Hello and welcome back. Welcome to the C3 podcast. My name is Philip, and I am once again joined by.
Arnold.
I should have really started off better.
Yeah, I know. This is the same issue as last time. I'm James.
I'm Arnold.
I'm
And-
Davis.
All right, and we are C3 Zeta.
Okay, James, you can introduce the first topic.
All right, our very first topic is the new Microsoft Surface tablet. It just came out recently. It's the competitor, of course, to the iPad. And what do you guys have to say about it?
Well, I think tablet technology is still, personally, I still think that the iPad is still on top just because, how many different kinds of variations of, tablets have come out since then? I can think of easily already like 3 or 4 different kinds, and it's just like the great thing about iPads is you can just sit down and you can just tell yourself that you know how to use this, and that comfort and reliability is kind of simple, I guess. But we'll see. It's just speculation at this point. How much info have they said about it? I haven't looked into it.
They've
With the
released a
Windows-
good amount of
Windows
information. It's actually going to be running a version of Windows 8. So the cool thing about that is it will basically, when Windows 8 comes out for computers as well, everything and their Windows 8 phone, everything is basically like the iPhone with the iCloud. It's going to be all synced together, and they all run the same operating system, which means it'll be easier to share the information. And
Wait, so it'll be like the Apple networks or whatever?
yeah,
It'll be like how Apple computers can
iCloud?
share software? Yeah.
but you can share almost about everything that you have on your computer onto your phone and the Microsoft Surface. But the interesting thing is with the Microsoft Surface, because for iPads you have to get a third-party cover to protect the screen. For the Microsoft Surface, your
comes with
screen
one.
is a keyboard.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. It's a keyboard.
Yeah,
It's
and,
super thin too.
Yeah, and it works pretty well as compared to because you always see those third-party keyboards that have the kind of rubbery silicone feel, and they usually don't work as well. This apparently from reviews they work out pretty well. And in the back of the Microsoft Surface tablet, they have a little stand that you can pop out. So basically, your tablet can turn into a personal computer.
Oh, really? What's this called?
The Microsoft Surface.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of it right now, and it looks really cool. It's thin. It's
So,
just
I'd say the one issue with it is they have 2 different versions off the bat. They have a Pro version, which has a bit more processing power, and then they have that standard edition. And I can't remember what's the downside to the standard edition besides having less processing power at this moment. But yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this. I don't see what you mean by the keyboard thing. Wait, is this like a foldable tablet or what?
No,
What
so
is
the
it?
Arnold, you know how on the iPad there is that you can buy that cover onto it, and it covers the screen.
Yeah, I get that.
It's on the Surface already, but it's a keyboard.
So it's
Okay,
basically
well,
that
I'm
keyboard.
looking at pictures of it right now. So okay, I get what you mean. I get it. So the cover. I thought you meant the keyboard was actually on the tablet somehow, and I was like,
The
but
keyboard is the cover.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. I
And
got it.
a lot of people that was the very first thing people were skeptical of is the keyboard, because you see those silicone type of keyboards and people feel like they're at times sketchy. But yeah, they said this one actually works pretty well.
Now I know this is I know this happens rarely, but I heard a rumor on the internet that said
That's not good.
that huh?
That's not good.
Yeah. What do you say that Apple? I think it was Apple. Was working on this keyboard that you could. It's a.
you're able to roll it up, aren't you?
It was like holographic keyboard. So
Oh.
it's just
Yeah,
like,
but no,
it-
that technology's been out for a while. It's like those kind of projected out keyboards. They're
well,
still.
they're supposed to be groundwork for it. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
a-
no, those
yeah.
keyboards they've been out before. It's like they work decently. It's just you have to type kind of slowly because what they do is they have a little basically little projector that projects out a keyboard as a laser display, and as you type, it recognizes which it recognizes through positioning of which keys are being pressed. But you have to type. You can't type too fast on it because it has to recognize it. That's the thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that has been the obstacle, but I mean, supposedly Apple has. Yeah, I think it was Apple made groundwork on it. I can see if I can look at it, but
I'm reading this
yeah,
thing. It says
this
like
isn't so bad.
this
Yeah, sorry.
this article that I'm reading on the Microsoft Surface. It says that the keyboard is only 5 millimeters thick for the Microsoft Surface.
Aren't we going through that phase again where it's like things have to be smaller and smaller? Like, you remember?
Yeah, what happened to cell phones?
Yeah, exactly. That's just about to say. Futurama made that episode where Amy's cell phone is like what?
She
an
almost
inch?
she swallowed it.
She swallowed it. Yeah, there you go. Futurama is a great show.
Yeah. Well, interesting because tangent. The new Google phone that came out. It's a earpiece and it projects a screen in front of your eye, or not Google, not an earpiece, but it's glasses basically.
The Google glasses.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah,
that seems like some
I
interesting
remember,
stuff.
I don't know. I remember not for the iPhone. It was only for I think it was only for iPods, but it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Apple, but some secondary party, secondary company made these glasses for that, and I don't know. You haven't. Those were out like 3 or 4 years ago, and they haven't been around since then. So I don't really know what the setback would be, but
Just to get back to topic, so what do you guys have to say? But do you think this tablet might possibly give a good running, it might get a good running start and possibly provide some competition to the iPad, or do you think that Apple will kind of remain dominant? Because I mean, you see the Samsung Galaxy, they have their tab version, and some people like it, but it's dependent. But it's whenever you hear tablet, people always assume iPad. Do you think that this upcoming Surface will be a good competitor?
Yeah, I think it'll do its job.
David?
I think it will need to have a very good first impression because so far it's just been Android tablets, and the reception for that has been really bad just because of its past performance. But if it can prove itself in the first 2 months, I guess, it'll work out.
I just like the idea is how they're trying to just bring unity through this, because with the Windows 8 and how everyone has usually a cell phone, a tablet, or a computer or laptop. I think it's interesting. It's smart of both Apple and Microsoft to basically unify all their OSs, though. Because I mean, with so much third-party operating tablets and that sort of stuff, with this Microsoft tablet, it's basically it can work with your computer and your say Windows 8 cell phone. It'll basically say if you're typing a document on your computer, you have to go on the go. You could use a tablet. It has a keyboard, or you could use a Windows 8 phone. And I wonder if
how is this above Apple though?
Well,
Because
Apple's
said that,
no,
you
the
said
Apple's
that
doing the same.
share the
Apple's doing
because
the
I
same
mean,
thing. They have their iCloud thing, but they're both basically Microsoft and Apple are basically at the same level right now.
I mean even before the iCloud, I mean Windows had it where you had all these different machines there was no one unified system. Apple products for about 3 years now have had it maybe 4 years now had it where you can sync your phone, computer, or iPad all together. And now, in the last 2 years, you've been able to do it wirelessly.
Yeah, I mean, that's Microsoft has always been known in the PC range, and so they're moving on to better stuff because now they realize the viability of cell phones and tablets and this sort of stuff.
Well, I think that because there's how many different tablets are there that are Windows? I mean, there's at least a good
Actually, there is
10 to 15
no
of them?
Windows tablet. They're all Androids.
I'm not Windows. I'm sorry, not Windows. I'm at non-Apple tablets. I mean, there's a good 10 to 15 of them already out. I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, what does the the Kindle Fire counts as a tablet, right?
I count it as a ebook.
Well, I mean, just the things you could do with that. I mean, I think if anything, the Kindle Fire is the Windows 8 first competition. If it gets over the Kindle Fire, then we'll see. But I mean, other than that, you have the Nook, the Samsung tabs.
But that's the thing. Like these are all these third-party stuff.
Toshiba has a tab too.
Yeah, but see, like
Yeah,
I
but
think
my point
Microsoft
is
is
that
getting tired of these third-party.
for the everyday consumer, it's either an Apple product or this
Android.
other thing, because an iPad is a simplified one term. It's an iPad only. All these other tablets are all these different kinds of all these different phones. Like if you walk in a cell phone store and take Verizon, if you don't know the Thunderbolt or the iPhone or the Droid, you have a bunch of other kind of just random named cell phones.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's the Windows 8, in order for it to be better than the iPad, or as popular as the iPad, it's got to have a lot of features better than the iPad. But I don't think it's going to get to it in terms of finances.
Interesting is for the Windows 8 phone and the tablet, they're allowing free developers. So basically, they opened a SDK for it, which is basically so people can develop their own apps and just put it up on there. So that's, I mean, it's not much, but that's so far one of the attempts that they tried is basically so anyone, if they choose to, can develop apps for it. Because yeah.
What's the pricing on the Surface? Have they announced it yet?
No, they have not.
Well,
But it's going to be launching around fall 2012.
okay.
I thought they had I thought they said it was going to be at $599.
So far, I have not heard of pricing.
Well, according to according to Redmond Pi, the Surface Windows RT model to start at $599 and the Windows Pro model to start at $999.
All right. Okay.
And here, David, do you want me to provide a link for that?
No, that's fine.
But yeah, I wonder what processor the iPad has.
It might have. Oh, the iPad. Never mind.
Oh wait, what did you say? What processor the iPad has? Hello?
So they have an ARM CPU. So
And for the non-tech people that would be listening to this,
no,
explain?
ARM is just it's basically different. It's not as well known as a company, but they make CPUs as well. They stand for Advanced RISC Machine. It's basically a company that developed the architecture for CPU sort of stuff.
Alright, well, do you guys have anything else to say about this?
All right. Nope, I'm good. Would we like to
wait. Okay, so before hold on. Before we move on to the next topic, there are two things I wanted to talk about last week that I forgot, and one thing that just kind of came up. One, congratulations to the LA Kings for winning the Stanley Cups. Second, what's his name? You guys, I don't know how much you guys follow sports and whatnot, or the news of sports, but do you guys know who Jerry Sandusky is?
Sure.
Yes,
Do you guys know who he is?
Yeah.
Well,
a bit.
well,
Yeah. I know who he is.
all right. Well, you see, he got
State.
convicted of 45 of his 48 charges against him about 15 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yep. So I mean, he's going away for life.
Yeah, he's going for a long time.
Yeah. So I mean, it's stupid on the news that people are like, "Oh, if he gets all 48, he'll be gone for the rest of his life." If he gets half of those charges, he's going away for the rest of his life. That guy's already like 60 or something. But yeah. And the other thing is, guess what, guys?
You cut out little by